Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm back with another full moon related video. I haven't done anything since Evil Bong 460, and basically it's called "Shame on You, Charles Band." Now, I might repeat some stuff that I said in Evil Bong one when I was talking about the history of full moon, but I mean when they first started out, the kids were always talking about the older movies like Laser Blast, where this guy finds out this kid finds this laser gun left by these aliens. I didn't see that until the 90s. And also Tourist Trap, the horror film from the 70s. And I got that when Media Play used to be around in the 90s. I bought that movie, Tourist Trap. I remember watching it with my dad. My dad actually hated it. But I thought my dad wanted to see it because Chuck Connors was in it. My dad was a big fan of The Rifleman. Tourist Trap's a cool movie. I like Tourist Trap. And they were doing really good. They made a whole bunch of great movies. Well, they did A Day Time Ended, and I remember renting that main copy of that when I was in Germany, and that was a complete bullshit movie. Like nothing really. They had like a bunch of like kind of bogus special effects. Jim Davis was in it, and nothing really happened in it. And it's kind of like, I mean, if I went to see it at a theater, I would have felt completely cheated. I think I might have wanted to because it came out in 1980. It was PG rated. I'm glad I didn't because nothing happened in it. And I found out later on that Charles Band, his dad Richard Band was in movies too, and then he took over and worked with his dad, and he owned a video company. Anyone who knows the '80s video company, yeah, anyone who rented movies, especially back in the '80s, know Media Home Entertainment. He owned that, but then I think he must have owned Wizard Video as well because he released a couple of movies, and it says Wizard Video under it. And then he made like I know he made the best of was it Sex and Violence or Best of Sex and Violence, which is a great movie. It has a bunch of trailers for a bunch of the movies from oh from Wizard, including like trailers for Tourist Trap, Zombie, and a whole bunch of Emmanuel videos, more sex videos than violence videos. But that was a great movie, and John Carradine hosted that, and that was a very entertaining but very low budget movie. I remember seeing that in Fort Bragg. Well, anyways, this is called "Shame on You, Charles Band" because he had no name. He did videos under different names, and then he went on to form Empire, which is like B movies made for the movie theaters and the drive-in. He did a lot of movies like he started Ghoulies. And these are all good movies like Troll, Ghoulies, Troll. He did. There was nothing Charles Band related with the sequel Troll 2 that was completely different. That was Italian made, and most of these movies are made in Rome. And whenever that went out of business, some of the lost movies went to Epic movies, and then I actually saw Robo Jocks in the movie theater when I was in Fort Bragg, and my friend went with me, and he absolutely hated it. He never let me live it down. But he said it was just a stupid Transformers type movie. But I like Robo Jocks. Well, anyways, he went from there to form Full Moon Movies, and he said it was like movies on video that are theater quality that could easily play in the theater. That's what he said originally when he first launched the series, and then Puppet Master came with that. Well, throughout the years, it's gone downhill. I know Fangoria started criticizing them whenever they did Robot Wars, which was a sequel to Robot Jocks, but it was only an hour and 1 minute. And then like Dollman vs. Demonic Toys, which is only an hour and 3 minutes. And even Dr. Mordred, which I wouldn't mind seeing again, which is only like an hour and 13 minutes or an hour and 18 minutes, something like that. Well, it got worse and worse and worse because these movies still were pretty decent for the most part, and they still had a budget. And then later on, I started seeing like they had the credits last a long, long time, and the ending credits to stretch out the running time. Complete bullshit. And then he did. They released Puppet Master Legacy, which was complete bullshit. And it was a small story about them in like a mad scientist in the basement or something like that, and basically they just interwove clips from Retro Puppet Master, Puppet Master 2, and Puppet Master 3. And that was the movie. And then the wraparound story would look like someone shot in their basement for like $200-300. Now he really, the last movie I saw his on, it was on Utopia, which is no longer on Time Warner Movie Pass, which sucks. Because I won't spend money on a full moon movie or buy it or rent it or not like that. If I can't see it free, I ain't watching it. Because it's not worth the money, because they're all bullshit now, for the most part. And at least they had nudity in it, Evil Bong 460. My dad watched it, he liked the nudity, but that was only 48 minutes long. I've never seen them try to pass a movie for less, under an hour and 1 minute, under 61 minutes. That was 48 minutes, which is really bad. Now they went really, really bad. On Fright Flicks, they had a movie called Devil Dolls. And I guess this was made in 2011, 2012. And basically all this is, and I'm saying now, shame on you, Charles Band, for even letting this go, because it is a complete ripoff to all your fans. And a slap in the face to all your fans. Basically, what this is opening sequence, and they show like the actors, and they go to like this dollhouse. It's just computer animated. I assume it said "Welcome to Haunted Dollhouse," right? Dollhouse, and it says Story 1, Graveyard. No, Doll Graveyard. And basically, it's just like a half. The movie's an hour and a half long. It's a half-hour edited version of the movie Doll Graveyard. So that's a complete ripoff. And then the other two movies are clips from Ragdoll. They call it Voodoo Doll. On this one, they changed the title, and that's even a further slap in the face. I never saw that one, thankfully. And that's about this doll that growls like a cat, a voodoo doll, and it's pretty bad. And then the last one is one of the more famous ones, Dangerous Toys, and they called it Treacherous Toys. This is a complete ripoff. There's nothing new except the little title sequence, and then there's like a little teeny tiny title slip between each story, and then the ending credits go by real fast. I think the score for the beginning and ending credits are different than in any other movie, but they might have recycled that too. This movie is a complete ripoff. I mean, I couldn't imagine someone paying money for it, and then I couldn't imagine them being happy with it, because it's just clips from other movies. Because the first time I ever seen it, like, sometimes you watch a sequel, they have little clips from the movie, but I mean, when they have giant hunks of the original movie shown in the sequel, it's a complete ripoff. I remember seeing that in Boogeyman 2 back in, 84, 85. And that was the sequel to Uli Lamel's Boogeyman, back when he did one or two good movies. But this is, Devil Doll sucks. I saw it for free on Netflix. And basically I just did it for this rant. I mean, I wasn't even paying attention. I just started making dinner because I knew the movies. I didn't care about the second one, that Voodoo Doll one, at all. It's completely a waste of time. I give Devil Dolls a 0 out of 10. I give it a negative 10, or it sound like my dad now. Rest in peace, Dad. Giving a negative number, but it absolutely sucks. Stay away from Devil Dolls. And like I said, shame on you, Charles Band. You had a great company. You had a good run, and then you're just running full moon in the ground. I don't think anyone takes your movie seriously anymore. No budget. Well, sometimes you can get around a no budget movie, but I mean, it's just, the stuff is so half-assed now. It's just awful. I know Tony said that he doesn't watch the full moon movies anymore. I don't blame him. And he was saying that he said sci-fi is better than full moon. He said, I can't believe he said that. Well, I agree, sci-fi is better, because sci-fi would not cheat somebody by showing like clips from other movies to fill out a movie and call it new, you know. Devil Doll is a complete ripoff. Like I said, I don't know what happened to Charles Band's company, because I was a big fan of Full Moon for a long time, even though I didn't like all their movies. I remember I hated Crash and Burn. But, I don't know. All I can say is shame on you, Charles Band. You really, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how you're still making money to make movies, because I don't think you have a strong fan base anymore. At least I don't think so. I mean, when I saw Evil Bong 460, they had Utopia, and they were showing some of these movies for free. And then I guess you did something before that called Trophy Heads, which were like 6 or 7 episodes, like half-hour episodes with Scream Queens in it. And I regret not watching it because I would have watched that and gave it a review, but so much other stuff was happening. All I can say is shame on you, Charles Band. You really dropped the ball. And Devil Dolls is complete ripoff and complete insult to all your fans. Cause I know the fans were complaining about Curse of Puppet Master. Curse of Puppet Master is a billion times better than Devil Dolls. That's a real insult to the fans. I don't even know if you have that many fans left. I don't know. Full Moon has really gone downhill. Even in early 2000, they still made some decent movies, but now, nothing. So, shame on you, Charles Band, and till next time, please take care, my legion. Complete shame. Devil Dolls absolutely sucks. Negative, whatever, negative 100, negative 200, negative 300 out of 10. It's a complete ripoff, complete waste of time. So, take care, everyone.